If you're looking for something out of the ordinary to do on your trip to Japan, you might consider a visit to the resort town of Beppu in the southern Kyushu region of Japan. Known for its hot springs, Beppu is a popular destination for Japanese tourists. Despite its location far from Tokyo and Osaka, it's actually pretty easy to get to. In fact, it's possible to leave Osaka in the evening on an overnight ferry, spend the next day in Beppu, and take the ferry the next evening back to Osaka or Kyoto. This means you can effectively take a day trip to Beppu, despite needing to spend 2 nights on a ferry to do it. The ferry is run by a company called the Sunflower and is actually a great experience in itself, and it makes the visit to Beppu all the more enjoyable. In this video, we're going to show you the Sunflower Ferry to Beppu, as well as the town itself. If you like content like this, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. We'd really appreciate it, and it would really help us out. As you can see, the ferry is designed for a comfortable ride. It has an onboard restaurant with a very affordable buffet, a shop, an onboard spa, and vending machines selling food and drink. Our floor also had an ice machine and a microwave. There are several accommodations available for all budgets, ranging from a simple bed to many kinds of private rooms in Japanese and Western styles. We booked a suite, which cost us around $700 total for the 2 nights round trip in the month of June. The ferry runs nightly in both directions from Osaka to Beppu. You can book it online on the Sunflower website ahead of time using the English version of the site, and you can see the timetable, where it usually leaves around 7 or 8 p.m. and arrives the next morning. Book ahead of time for best availability, as the higher category rooms do seem to sell out. Here's a look at our suite on the Sunflower. Okay, this is the room tour of the suite. Category room on the Sunflower from Osaka to Beppu. So, as you can see here, it's a very big room. There's a couch, a table and a chair. There's a humidifier, I think. Some plugs and stuff, and a nice balcony out here. Couple of chairs. We haven't left port yet, as you can see. Couple of chairs. Over here we've got, it was supposed to be a king bed, but apparently there was a problem with our room, so they moved us into 2 doubles. So there's kind of a mini bar area over here. There's a bathroom in here. With a tub. Shower head, I guess. And the whole 9 yards, as well as a big closet here. So anyway, this is the room, the suite on the Sunflower from Osaka to Beppu. The ferry is only around 12 hours long, and you'll probably find that there's enough to keep you busy during the voyage. For most of the journey, it's dark outside and there's not much to see, although the ferry does pass under three large suspension bridges during the night. We are only awake to see one of these, but the approximate time the ship will pass each bridge is posted on the main level if that's something that interests you. From the balcony of our room, we could see lights along the coast, and it was still nice to be able to sit out in the balcony despite there not being much to see. The dinner buffet in the restaurant was 2,300 yen per person and was well worth it. Breakfast is only 750 yen, but you have to get up pretty early in the morning to have breakfast before disembarking the ship. We decided to skip breakfast and spend some time on the balcony watching the ship approach Beppu. You can see the steam from the hot springs coming up among the houses and buildings in town, which was a pretty unique and cool sight to see. One quick note, if you plan on taking the ferry back to Osaka the next night, you cannot leave your luggage on the ferry. You'll have to disembark with it, but there are lockers inside the ferry terminal to store your luggage. On the morning we arrived in Beppu, the lockers were actually full, but the check-in desk was willing to hold our bags for the day for only 100 yen. And when we picked them back up that evening, the 100 yen coin was taped to the receipt when they gave us our bags back. If you're taking a day trip to Beppu, the main attraction you'll likely want to see is the Seven Hells of Beppu, a series of hot springs that are nationally designated as a place of scenic beauty in Japan. 5 of the hells, Jikoku in Japanese, are within short walking distance of each other and can be easily visited in a few hours or less if you're in a hurry. The other 2 are further away and are accessible by public bus or by car. We only visited the 5 hells located near each other on our trip, so we do not have video of the other 2. You could definitely get to all 7 hells in a day if you wanted to, and you'd have plenty of time between arriving on the ferry in the morning and leaving again that evening. These hot springs are too hot to bathe in, although there are foot baths and a couple of them you can use. You can also buy boiled eggs and other food cooked in the hot springs. You can buy 1 ticket to visit all 7 hells, which cost 2,100 yen when we went, and this ticket can be purchased at the entrance of any of the hells. From the ferry terminal, you can catch a bus to take you to the hells area, and from there 5 of them are within a quick walk of each other. The city of Beppu itself has thousands of hot springs, and there are many hotels and onsen in the city. Besides that, if you walk around the hells area, there are small parks with foot baths and steam vents sprinkled around. You probably won't want to spend the whole day touring the hells. In fact, you may only spend a few minutes at a couple of them. When you're done, it's easy to catch a bus back into the city. There are buses that go to the central train station and to the main avenue near the beach, which is called Route 10 on Google Maps. There are several large hotels and restaurants in this area, and it seems to be the main touristy part of town. We took a bus from the hells to a mall called Yumi Town on Route 10 and spent the afternoon walking along the avenue near the coast and the scattered beach area to get back to the ferry terminal. There's even a large Don Quixote on this route with Beppu and Onsen specific t-shirts and other merchandise in true Don Quixote style. If you're interested in seeing the 7 hells of Beppu, check out this video of our visit and walk around tour of the hells. After spending the day in Beppu, you can board the ferry again, have another relaxing night on board, and wake up again in Osaka. We booked another suite category room, and again the cost was around $700 US for 2 people for the round trip to Osaka, which also saved us 2 nights of paying for a hotel. Beppu itself was awesome and well worth the trip, but I would recommend the Sunflower Ferry just for the experience of it alone. I hope you enjoyed this tour of the Sunflower. We really appreciate you watching.